Okay. I don't even know, man. Hopefully this doesn't disconnect again. Let's see. Can you hear me? All right. Sounds great. Okay. Okay. Ah man, I don't have a clue what is going on. This is like the second time the live is having some problems. So please bear with me guys. This is my first time and I don't know. Hopefully I will get it right on the second attempt. So I really hope this does not disconnect again. And I'm just gonna wait for a little while for you guys to join again and then we'll continue where we stopped. Okay. I thought the live was easy, but apparently it's not. Okay, I'm seeing two people are back. Guys, I'm very sorry. I'm really sorry. If you're there, let me see. Give me a hi in the comment section so I can know that you're there. An important question was asked, and I was just about to answer it, but again, my camera was messing up, so I've just changed it and brought another camera. Hopefully, this one does not mess up. Are you there? All right. Thank you. Thank you for coming back. Um, Judith. Hi, Judith. Welcome. Hi. Uh, Biosiku. I apologize if I mispronounced your name, but thank you so much for joining the live. Um, I think it was Miss Green. Peggy Green asked a question. She was asking about some signs of a red flag, I believe. I'm just gonna wait for a few seconds, see if she can join. But meanwhile, if you want us to talk about anything, you have a question of your own, please type it in the comment section, and we'll talk about it. All right? Yeah. And again, I apologize because I'm still new to the whole life thing, and I'm gonna see how it goes. Okay. Okay. Six people are here. That's good. That's good. And just bear in mind, guys, I'm also going to ask you some questions and I'd love to hear from you. I think this relationship should be a mutually beneficial one where I talk about things and you also share your own experience with me. At least I want to know that we're learning from each other. And hi, Miss John. Hi, how are you? It's good to have you here. Okay. As I was saying, this is going to be a mutually beneficial relationship where I also get to learn from you guys because I believe we all have something to offer. And hello, Judy. Hello. Thank you so much for joining. Hello. I don't know if some of you are aware, but when I started the live first, it went off like two different times, and I did a little bit of introduction about myself, and I also said that I'm not a what you call a love coach or a love expert. Everything I talk about is just based on my own experience. It's just based on my friends, my female friends, and what I've seen them, experiencing in their respective relationships. So that is what I talk about. All right. Thank you guys so much. And we were at the point where I said, let's get to know each other. You can ask me any question as it pertains to relationships. So if you have any question you want us to talk about, just go ahead and type it in the comment section and then we can talk about that. And also I have not I won't say tons, but I have some questions for you guys. So anybody wants to get the ball rolling, type in the question. Let's not be strangers. So don't be shy, just type in your question and we'll talk about it. Please understand that I don't have the answers to all questions, but I will just share what I think and I'll give you my honest opinion. So if you have a question, I'm waiting for the first one. No question? Should I ask you guys a question? Okay, let me just give you a minute. Okay. All right. So I'm going to ask you a question, and you can just help me with your response in the comment section while you type your own question or think about something. Um, I want to know from a woman's perspective, what is it that kills a relationship? What do you think kills a relationship when a woman loves a man? What are some of the things that he can do that would just kill the love that the woman has for that man? Anybody? In other words, what are some of the red flags that kill the love that you have for a man? What kills a relationship? That's the question I just asked. um. Okay. So this is interesting because the same question I asked is one that Judy just asked. From a man's point of view, if I'm gonna say there are several things, and it really depends. Not being present. Okay, thank you. I agree with that. Not being present. That is one. Yeah, that's true. I'm guessing when you say not being present, you're talking about when the person needs you, right? Are you talking about emotional support or physically present, or whenever the person is going through something and they just need you to stand by them? Is that what you're talking about? Busiku lies, okay, lies, telling, dishonesty. Absolutely, absolutely, that is true. I think one of the quickest way to turn a woman off is to lie to her. And these days, a lot of men are guilty of such. You know, a lot of men enjoy lying, and that is just bad. That's true. Dishonesty is another one. Thank you very much, Judith, for that. Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. I apologize, by the way. I think it's taking a little bit of time. There's some sort of lag between the time I'm reading your comments, so I apologize again. Um, So yeah, so far we have not been present, lies, telling, dishonesty, inconsistency in communication. That is a great one. That is a great one. I'm going to touch on that because every relationship needs to have an effective communication. You know, but sometimes I feel like a lot of people, there's always a breakdown in communication and people don't communicate very well with each other. So thank you, Judy Ann. That is true. You know, the inconsistency, if I'm, guessing, it has to be with saying one thing, telling the same stories differently, mixing it with lies. I believe that's what you're talking about. Okay. I want you guys to actually think deep because these are all things that affect a relationship. These are all things that are red flags, but go much more deeper, because some of those things are easy fix. If a man really loves you and he's addicted to lying, I'm sure he can stop his lying habits. Lack of teamwork. Thank you. I agree with this one. I agree with this one. Relationship is about two people, working together, two people who value each other. So it's a team effort. The moment you take yourself out of the team, the moment you start putting in a little bit of your own effort, it becomes a problem. So that is true. Lack of teamwork. Hey, can a man love genuinely women at the same time? I don't know what is that genuinely. Um, can a man love genuinely women at the same time? I don't understand the question. Are you trying to say can a man love multiple women genuine at the same time? Is that it? Okay, thank you, Miss Miss John. Ego, of course, of course. Ego. If you let your ego get the best of you, in relationship, it's never about competition, right? It's about, just like Judy said, is about teamwork. So the moment you start letting your ego and your pride, get the better of you, then it becomes a problem. All right. So this can a man love generally two women at the same time? Now this is a very interesting question. Um yes, I think so. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think it's possible for a man to love two women at the same time, but that is a very rare situation. I don't see it happening all the time. You see, the funny thing is that with some men, let's say he can be with you, and there are certain things that you're doing for him, and there are certain things that you're giving him, and there's a little percentage, there's a little thing that you're not doing for him, or you're not giving him. So let's say, for example, if a man is with you, he loves you, you cook for him, you clean for him, you do all the necessary things, but yes, then maybe when it comes to you being intellectually sound, when it comes to you being somebody who is very smart, you lack that. He might find another woman that he will love for that same reason, that very thing that you lack. He might find that in another woman, but at the same time, he might notice that that woman that he's with lack other things that you have. So it is a very complicated situation. But I think it takes a great deal of maturity for a man to say, you know what? I understand that my woman is not perfect, so I don't need to go out and look for that intellectual, woman. I'm just going to be with this woman and help her grow and turn her into the woman that I actually like. So I would say yes, because I've experienced something like that. But I also say that it's just a matter of time. He will have to make his choice. It will have to be either you or some other woman. I hope that that helps. Um, to women, to yes, but it solely depends on the man. But how does he handle it adequately? That is true. That is a good point right there, Judith. Yep, it's possible, but it depends on how the man handle it. So that is true. I don't think so, because he is going to love one more than the other. Well, huh, it really depends on the man, Miss Green. Um, I have seen, I've experienced that. I've seen that personally. I've seen a man loving two women. I think it depends on the maturity of a man. Like I said, it depends on what he grow into, because some men are still confused and they don't know what they actually want. They don't know what they really want, and some men are still comparing. What this woman have versus what this other person has. So, um, it is tough, but I think it really depends on the man, But at the end of the day, you have to choose. You have to choose one out of the two. Please help us understand what it's like to date a man from another country or culture. Um, Example: Kenya lady dating a Ghanaian man. You okay? Please help us understand what it's like to date a man from another country slash culture. You have to get yourself accustomed to the man's culture, because everybody is different. I was in Ghana in 2019, and I know that Ghanaians tend to be a little bit ethnocentric, which is to say, they have this idea that their culture is better. When I was in Ghana, I remember I took an Uber, and the driver told me that I'm a traitor because I went to the white man's country, which is America, and now I'm returning, so I'm a traitor. So I got a little bit of cultural um, ethnocentrism, for lack of a better word. So if you are a woman, you're dating another man, I think, from a different country, a different culture, you need to understand his culture. You need to talk to him. You two need to talk about what is acceptable to you, and what are the things that you cannot accept. So it all depends on your level of understanding. It all depends on your understanding and your compromise, because you have to compromise with each other. If you're a woman that's in Kenya, I'm sure you have your own ways. I'm sure you have your own culture, you have your own values, and you have to see if that is something the man can accept. And likewise, is that something that you can also accept? A man that is in Ghana, the way he looks at things. For example, another thing could even be the way of dressing. People in Ghana dress differently, or they expect that their women to dress differently. So that is one thing you have to consider. Um, Okay, you're welcome. You're welcome. This is just a random conversation. Some of those things that you guys are asking, I will actually see if I can take those points down and make them into a full blown video where I will gather my thoughts. But yeah, people come from varied background. So as a lady, you have to understand, like in both, that is true. That is true. Culture is very different. You know, what can I say? There are some of us who have the opportunity to study about different culture, so we are much more receptive to other people' culture and we don't judge them. But then there are those folks in Africa who believe their way is the only way. So you need to understand that. I'm interested in what's Miss Peggy? Okay, I think she left. I'm not seeing her. All right. Uh, please help understand what it's like to date a man from. Okay, we already answered that. People come from. Okay. So this is all great. Let me ask you guys a question, right? As women, why do you think a man that you're so in love with and everything's going on great and from nowhere he just changed? Why do you think? What's the reason? You on the man, you're in love, everything's going on great, and all of a sudden he just changed. He just changed and he's no longer interested in the relationship. What do you think caused that? Okay. People come from their background. Okay. I don't know if you understood my question. I'm saying, or let me repeat the question. If you are a man, you're in a relationship and everything's going on well, and out of nowhere, the man decide to leave you, sorry, he decided to abandon the relationship. Why do you think he leaves the relationship? Why do you think he abandons the relationship? Maybe he met someone else. Okay. So life differently. Example, challenge him. Okay. Yeah, that's beautiful. Maybe he met someone else who made him see life differently. Exactly. That is true. That is true. But Judah, let me ask you this, right? If this man loves you and you know that he loves you, why do you think that he will leave you for someone else, even if the person is going to present a different perspective to life? Why do you think it's that? Maybe he met someone. Maybe I also changed. That is good. That is true. That is true. That is absolutely true. You see, the reason why I'm asking this question is because when people first fall in love, everything's going on great. But the as the relationship progresses, things that happen, you get to know each other. And one thing men are very good at is sometimes they suppress that true emotion, especially if a man is trying to talk to a woman and she's not listening or she's not being very attentive. Sometimes they change and they suppress their real feeling, their real feeling for you, so yeah, my advice would be, you got to pay attention to your partner. It's very much important that you do. It's very much important you every now and then you look at your relationship from and see if something has changed. What is working out? What isn't working out? Don't get too comfortable. That is what I'm basically trying to say. You know, he cannot communicate it freely. Thank you. I agree with that. And again, this. Why do you think a man won't be able to communicate with a woman? Because sometimes women, um, I don't want to say selfish, but sometimes women don't pay attention to the needs of their men. They don't listen to their men. So that is a possibility, because you imagine if everything is going on great in your relationship and this man loves you, there's no reason for him to leave you. There's no reason for him to cheat on you. So there must be a problem. Okay, some men don't know what they want. Exactly. I agree with you. And this is true. This is absolutely true. I've seen I've seen friends of mine who have great women in their life, and then the moment another woman shows up, they're running after that woman. So it is true. Some men truly do not have value the woman that they have in their life. So I agree with that completely. And he cannot communicate it freely. His being not a great communicator, keeping issue instead of talking them out. Well, sometimes, this is Busiku. If a man cannot communicate well, how about you try teaching him? I think that is important, right? How about you try teaching him? And when it comes to communication, it's not really about what you say, it's how you say it. And being a person from Africa, I know that a lot of African men have problems, especially when it comes to their women, excuse me, telling them how to communicate. So have you tried teaching your men how to communicate? Maybe that might help. Because we are independent and they can handle it, and you will stand out for what you believe in, and you may find out that their behavior change. That is a solid point, Miss Green. I think I made a video about how to tell if your man is immature, and one of the points that I touched on was some men have issues when their women make more money than them. So this speaks to the question, or the issue of independence. If a woman can provide everything for herself, the man is going to feel threatened. But the one thing I have to say, if you're an independent woman, sometimes it's not good to go about throwing it in the man's face. I've always said, no matter what, respect is the key. Relationship could start great, and then as it progress, it becomes of course problem going to happen. But whether you're making more money than the man, whether you're an independent woman, I think there should be respect. If you ever find yourself in a relationship where the respect goes away, that is an indication that your relationship is in trouble, and you have to talk to him about that. So I agree with you, Miss Grain. I agree with you about some men cannot handle independence women. I agree with you. And then Judith says, in my opinion, his mind at one point is being corrupt. Communication is a barrier. Yep. But Judith, why do you think his mind is corrupt? Do you think it has to do with the people around him? Do you think it has to do with what do you call it? His friends, the people that he hang around? Is that a reason why his mind is corrupt? Or do you think that the correct part comes from you? Why? Let me know. And Judy Ann says, if if as women we cannot be calm, good listener, men can leave. I agree with you. I agree with you. I think I need to be taking note, because you guys are really blessing me with a lot of knowledge here, and that's what really matters to me, because I love understanding the way women think. I think that is very much important. Um, but then you see, Judith, not every woman is a good listener. Some are, don't get me wrong. Some listen, but most relationship, it becomes this battle of ego. It becomes this battle of my way or no other way. And I've learned that it doesn't matter whether you're right. Relationship is not always being right. It's about helping your partner to understand your point of view without making them look dumb or stupid. And when it comes to listening, it is a very tough thing. Not everybody can listen. Some people, if they have this urge to speak, they're just going to speak no matter what you say. They're just going to keep speaking. You can be right, or you can be happy. That's it right there. That's it right there. So that's the choice you have to make. It's either should I be right, or should I be happy? And relationship also, you got to understand that your partner is going to have certain deficiency, right? There are some men that cannot communicate well. There are some women that cannot communicate well. And sometimes it doesn't matter what you tell your partner. He or she is always going to see it as you're challenging them, you're insulting them. You could say the same thing to your partner, and then somebody else will come and say this exact same thing. They'll believe the person more than you. So this just goes to show the complexity of relationship. Yeah. How do you get the man to open up? Talk to him. You have to be calm, because men are very different. I would tell you that the one thing a man value is respect. So if you calm down, if you calm down and you talk to him, provided he loves you, he's going to open up. If a man is not opening up to you, or if he stops opening up to you, then there's a problem. Something must have happened. Honestly, I was with a girl, Judy, and this is for you, who I used to share everything with. I would tell her everything about my life. But then she said to me, I don't know whether it was a joke or maybe I overshare. She said, "You're sharing too much. This is too much for me." So from that day, I just stopped. So I guess you have to be very careful what you say to men, and some of them are just different. Again, you got to remember the foundation of your relationship is key. How did you start your relationship? How did the both of you start your relationship? Did you start the relationship opening up to one another, or is this something that you want to implement in the meat of your relationship? Because I can tell you, some men are not good at talking. It doesn't matter. They won't say anything. They will just suppress everything within, you know. So my humble opinion would be respectful, be respectful. um Talk to him. If it's not opening up, ask him, why is it that you're not opening up to me? We are a team, we are partners. Have I given you any reason to doubt me? If I have, let me know. But I'm here for you, and I just need you to open up to me. I just want you to be honest, to me. If a man loves you, he will do those things. And one thing you should not do, and I see a lot of women doing this, is just get angry and keep quiet. Don't do that. um okay. My man talks more than I do. That's funny. That is funny. That is funny. Yeah, some men do. And you can't have two people in the relationship that is fighting for the title of who talks more, right? They got some people that just like talking. So what do you do? When he's talking, just listen to him. I'm sure at some point he's going to get tired. If it doesn't, then try putting some sleeping pills and maybe he'll keep quiet. Okay. Opposite attract. Okay. That could be true. That could be true. But sometimes opposite does not always give a good attraction. Um, Again, I'm going to use my own experience. I was with a girl that was very intelligent, and she would argue about everything. She would argue about everything. I think it was more about her just being right. And she wanted me to acknowledge the fact that she was intelligent, which I did. But it was always, I could say something like, women are the greatest. And then she would say, no, 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 that's not how I said. Women are great, which is basically the same thing, but we just have to go our own way. So opposite attracts, that's true, but sometimes, it leads to unnecessary arguments, you know. And I have another question for you guys in case I just want to know, are we done with this? Is there more? Because I have a second question I want to ask. Um, I'm gonna be type. Let me just type it down. Men or women, and women who forgives. I may not angry, but I stop talking. We need to be honest and truthful to each other. Yeah, I may not get angry, but I'll stop talking. That is true. But again, Miss Green, if you stop talking, then that is just resulting into an avoidance, conflict management. Has that been effective for you? Because sometimes when you stop talking, it doesn't fully take away the problem. It's like you just putting a pause on it and you're sweeping it under the rug, and it's just a matter of time. It's gonna come back up again. So I don't know. Has that worked for you? Who forgave cheating more? All right. So the next question I wanted to ask, and this one I've gotten a lot of mixed answer, and I just wanted to hear from you guys. Um, is it possible, or is it true, that a woman is more likely to forgive cheating than a man is? In other words, if your man cheats on you, would you forgive him? Versus if you cheat on your man, do you think he's gonna forgive you? All right, Miss Green. Well, that's great. As long as the avoidance conflict style has been effective for you, that is good. I can see it working in some cases, especially if you want to avoid an argument from escalating into something more. Then of course you can avoid, and then maybe later on you address the issue, or I don't know. But if it works for you, then that is great. That is awesome. you know Again, I was just asking my next question. Do you guys think men are more likely to forgive? I think women forgive easily. Really? Why do you think that? Why do you think women forgive easily? Why? I said something like that, and a guy just went crazy on me. A guy was telling me that obviously I'm not from New York. If I was from New York, I would understand that men forgive cheating more. So I want to hear from you. Why do you think a woman is most likely to forgive a man that she loves? Women forgive more. Ah, really? Well, guys, don't just tell me. I need you to give me a reason. Why do you think? Why is it that women are more likely to forgive a man when he cheats on her or on them versus the other way around? What is the reason? Women forgive more. Okay. Why do women forgive more? So I've seen in the comment section that Judith and Busiku both say that women forgive more, but there should be a reason, right? There should be a reason. Is it in a woman's DNA to just forgive a man, or is it that women exhibit a lot of soft emotion? First, I never cheat in my whole life. So if you cheat, I'm done. I'm not forgive you. You see, we have a different perspective here. Interesting. So, Miss Green is saying that she has never cheated, and I think that is a great thing not to do. And she's saying that she's not going to forgive cheating, even if she loves a man. Oh, really? Okay, okay. Well, Miss Green is a unique woman that looks at things differently, and I can understand that. Um, okay. And then Judas is back. Judas saying the reason why she thinks women are more inclined to forgive is because women love more. Interesting. Are you sure, Judas? Are you sure that women love more? Are you sure? Are you sure that women love more? Because I know some men that will beg to differ. Um, hmm, interesting. So because women love more, that's your reason. Because I guess a woman love for a man is strong enough to forgive the cheating. Is that a reason why? And of course, Bisiku is saying men question their self worth more than women. Really? In what way? When you say the question of self worth, um, are you saying that they need to cheat in order to feel worthy? Is that what you're saying? Because I've never really looked at it that way. Hmm. Can you elaborate on that? Interesting. Who forgive women? Interesting. Okay. So for the rest of the people in the comment section, Judy N, haven't heard from you. Where are you on this? Because I love you dearly, you have the right to go and cheat. No way. Okay. 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 Interesting. Interesting, Miss Green. So, you answer. Oh, I must have. Let me see if I can go back. Um, I understand. Thanks. How do you get the man to open up? You can be right or you can be happy. If as women we cannot be calm, um, opposite attract. Jude, is it the opposite attract? Is that what you're talking about? Because I'm saying I understand things. How do you get the man to open up? You can be right or you can be happy. Which of the comments after the question? Okay, I understand things. Uh, is it opposite attracts? How do you get it? I understand. Thanks. After the question, am I missing something? Because I don't seem to be seeing that. Um, Let me go up a little bit. Oh, women are more likely to forgive. Oh, I don't think I saw that. Uh, okay, okay. Yeah, I think I was saying to elaborate because when you say women are more likely to forgive, what's your reasoning behind that? Okay, so while you're typing, let me talk. I'll address Miss Green. She was saying, "Because I love you dearly, you have the right to go and cheat." No way. Well, that is at least something that you don't accept. My only question would be, what if because I know a lot of men will say, just because I cheat or just because I sleep with another woman doesn't mean that I love that woman. But then we have a person like Miss Green that says cheating is a no-no. She doesn't take that, you know. So that is great. That is great. You know, every relationship is different, and everybody, you have what is acceptable, and love is very different for different people. So I guess I can understand your point of view, and you're right. As long as if you are honest, you don't expect the other person to be dishonest with you. So that is something I can respect. Okay. All right. And the screen is back again. When I love with all my heart. So if you break it, you're going to lose me. Wow, that is interesting. And I don't know, is it possible that even if a man makes a mistake, is it possible you're going to forgive him, or is it that cheating is just an unforgivable thing? No matter what, you never forgive him. Is that possible? This is interesting. But let me say, what if well, some of you say that you never cheat, but what if, as a woman, what if you cheat? Would you, and it was an accident, would you expect um, your man to forgive you? Interesting. So, Miss Grant, can I ask you this question? I don't know if you've ever been in a long distance relationship before, but if you and your man were in a long distance relationship and he, I guess, cheats on you, not like sleeping with another woman, but maybe he got close to a woman and almost got intimate with her, and then he tells you about it. Is that something you're willing to forgive, or do you still consider that to be cheating? This has been insightful, really, guys. Women are more likely for okay. Okay, so far, what I've gotten is that women love more, and because of that, they are more likely to forgive. And my assumption would be that you guys are speaking out of experience. Um, why you cheat, is there a reason? What I don't want for myself, I don't give to no one. I easily end relationships, so I don't know. Okay, okay, okay. I was just saying, if you were ever in a long distance relationship, when people are in long distance relationship, there tend to be loneliness, there tend to be temptation. So that's the reason why I was asking if that is something that you might see fit as a reason, because there's this notion out there that women more, I guess women can restrain themselves better. Women, are not like men, because some men can sleep with a woman but does not necessarily love her. For them it's just sex. For women it is different. So that's why I was trying to ask you, if a man comes to you and he's open, he's honest with you, and he tells you that, I'm sorry, I almost cheated with this person, or I cheated with this person, is that something you're going to forgive, or is it an instant no for you? Because some men could just lie to you. If a man is going to be honest with a woman, it takes courage. But if he just lies to you, then I don't know. That's what I was trying to get at. Yeah, I agree with you, Judith. Long distance relationship are tough. It's tough, and it takes the grace of God for such relationships to survive. And tells me then I have to. That's what I was thinking about. That's what I was thinking about. I was thinking about that, but I guess some people are different. It doesn't matter whether he tells you or not. The point that I guess Miss Green is trying to make here is, if I'm honest with you, you have to be honest with me. If I'm able to endure, you should be able to endure. So whether you tell me or not, I'm not going to forgive you. I guess that's the point she's trying to drive here. But it is tough, it is tough. And we're all humans, and we're all going to make mistakes. So I just wanted to know. I've seen many men forgiving women. I had a friend, his girl cheated on him multiple times, and he keeps forgiving her. And I couldn't understand. Well, I understood, but a lot of people around could not understand. And when I talked to him, he was like, even though it hurts, I love her. So I know sometimes when the love is deep, when the love is strong, there's always going to be forgiveness in the heart of a man or a woman. So yeah, I think it depends to the love that you have for the person. And some people can cheat and fall in love with someone else. That is very difficult. And there's some people who can cheat but do not necessarily fall in love. So, you know, that's an interesting one. Let me see the next question. Are we done with this one, guys? So I'm gonna try to just we're just gonna do an hour, and then you would tell me if this is something that you want us to be doing more, and then we can get, I can do something like this sometimes where we just talk, and just see how things goes. Um, if not, if you prefer the regular videos that I make, then I'll keep making those as well. But I think just having this one-on-one conversation is very much interesting. And then also, I just want to say, if you are interested in coming live, if you want us to have a dialogue, let me know. Um, just send me your email or some way I can contact you. So whenever I'm coming live, I can bring you guys on as guests and we can talk about everything. We can have a conversation in the comment section and just have a regular dialogue. Okay, so Miss Green say, I need trustworthy men. I never do it. I don't know. There is no perfect person. I hurt. I it's hard. I'm not good. I'm not good enough. No, no, I don't think I think you're good enough. I think you're good enough. I just think you have very strong principles and you are a very disciplined person. So there's nothing wrong with that, to be honest with you. It is only fair, if I'm gonna be honest, it's only fair that if you are honest with a person, they should be honest with you in return. I'm just saying that human beings are not perfect and there are going to be some mistakes. you know you all are raising some brilliant point. Judy is saying that if a man is willing to open up about his infidelity, then I think it's worth forgiving him for. And then we have Miss Green, who is also saying that it doesn't matter whether you're open or not. The fact of the matter is, I'm honest, I'm truthful to you, so you should be the same way with me. So yeah. Meanwhile, you guys, let me know. Is this helpful where we come together and just talk about topics like this? Is this helpful, or should I just keep on with the video? So you let me know in the comment section. I would love to hear from you. If this is something that you guys enjoy, then we can find a day or even two where we just talk about things. This is very informative. Okay, all right. I'm glad that you like something like this, Judy. So thank you for letting me know. Um, okay. Some may have given up on love was the key to a happy relationship. All right, so I have two more questions. I think we've exhausted this one, right? So here's my other question. What is the key? We've talked about a lot of negative things, but what is the key to a happy relationship? What do you think is the key to a happy relationship? I'm going to type this quickly. So, what is the key to a happy relationship? Remember, I'm not saying a perfect relationship, right? I'm saying a happy relationship. So that means it doesn't matter how many times you guys fight, you always find your way back. You have a relationship that is just amazing, a relationship where you understand each other. What is the key, or what are the keys to a happy relationship? After this, I have just one more question, and then I think we're going to wrap things up. But this is basically or practically a test, and I just wanted to see how it goes. You know, okay, interesting. I'm gonna give you guys some time to answer that. So, what is the key to a happy relationship? Okay. All right. So, to answer, Judy says the key to a happy relationship is one, respect, two, understanding, three, teamwork, four, keeping your word to each other. Amazing. And Judith says the key to a happy relationship is honesty and open dialogue. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Wouldn't you guys agree with me if I say it is easier said than done? When you talk about respect, are you saying that we should learn to respect each other's boundaries? Are you saying that respect should be, it doesn't matter whether we have different values, we should respect that? Is that what you mean? And that's where the understanding comes into play, that I understand that this man or this woman thinks differently. I should respect that. Is that what you mean? Now, teamwork is pretty much self explanatory, to work as a team, but is it a goal that benefit the both of you or on individual goals? Is that what you're referring to? And keeping your word to each other. I love that one. I love that. I think it's very much important that you are a person of your word. When you say something, you actually mean it. And honesty and open dialogue. Exactly. But honesty, honest about what? About everything? Do you have to be honest about everything, Judith? Do you need to, when you say open dialogue, do you need to talk about everything, even if it's embarrassing to you? These are all things that I need to know, because sometimes these words are, what do you call it? They all carry some contextual meaning. Excuse me. They all have some context towards them. What is open dialogue to you might be different to someone else. So when you talk about open dialogue, is that what you're talking about? Like, we can talk about everything, including cheating, including forgiveness. Is that what you mean? Please let me know. I just need to understand the context behind which you guys are, listing all those things. And Miss Green, communication, trust, honesty. We both accept each other, respect, um, respect as we are. Okay, 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 okay. Wow, that is interesting. Again, like I said, communication in what sense? Because these are huge words that carry different meaning. So when you say communication, Miss Green, what are you talking about exactly? Now the trust is, do I trust you not to cheat on me? Do I trust that you're going to be honest with me? Do I trust that you're going to have my best interest at all times? Is that what you're talking about? And you talk about acceptance. I think I did a video, nothing. I made a video where I was talking about love is acceptance. So does that mean that when you love a person, you accept everything about them, even if it annoys you, even if it gets on your nerves? Does it also mean that you can talk to this person, or does it mean that you just accept that, you know what, this person, they're who they are? I'll give you an example. If you are with a man and he drinks and he smokes and it affects you, especially when he's smoking, does it mean that you're going to accept it, or does it mean that you're going to talk to him to change? What does acceptance mean? Please let me know. All right. So Judy saying, respect each other's opinion, values, beliefs without being condescending. Only be kind. Oh, that's really nice. That's really nice. Okay. At least we have some clarity. Yeah, I agree with you, Judy. I do. I do. I think it is. You cannot overstress that. You know. Is very much important. I'll give you an example. In the United States, elections just, I guess, few weeks away, and people were divided. There are some folks who are supporting the Democratic Party, and then there are those who are also Republicans. So if you're in a relationship with your partner and you both have different political views, do you respect that? I guess that's what you're talking about. You can have different beliefs, but it is okay, and you have to respect your partner. Basically, I think you're also driving the point that it is okay to disagree, because some people think that when you're in a relationship, you always have to agree with each other, and that is part of teamwork. But I don't think so. And belief system, of course, of course, the belief system, this goes, even when it comes to religion as well, when it comes to what you believe in, when it comes to the roles that you're going to play in your relationship. Is it one person plays one role and then one person plays another? So all those things are very much important. And then these are things that people don't talk about. So I agree with you. I absolutely agree with you, Judy. And you also make a good point. You both must feel safe with each other physically, emotionally, and spiritually. All right? All right. I've always said that no man or no woman should put, their hands on their partner. It's just wrong. That's a no-no. And then emotionally, you have to feel safe. That is true. Because if you are in a relationship and you suffer emotionally and you don't feel the connection with your partner, that can easily lead to cheating or the demise of that relationship. Now, spiritually, I don't know about that, but if I understand you, I think you're trying to say that you two should pray together. You two should, I guess, serve God. The only concern or the only question I have is, what if you guys believe in two different religions? Then what happens? You know, I think we'll be back shortly. Okay, we're back. So what if you guys believe in different religion? You're from different religious background. Then what happens? And Miss Green, I was just saying that respect. Respect? Mm, respect can mean different things. So, what does respect mean to you, Miss Green? And Judith, I haven't forgotten about you. You talk about honesty and open dialogue. Um, so, to what extent are you willing to be honest with your partner? And when you talk about open dialogue, are you talking about a dialogue where you talk about everything? Should you have some level of privacy? And that is my next question. Actually, I was actually going to tell you guys, should there be some privacy in a relationship? So let's just say, dive into that. Should there be privacy among partners? Do you think that this the phone of a man, a woman should never go close to it, and vice versa? Do you think a woman is allowed to enter into a man's phone and touch it and see? What do you think? Okay, so you must be saying, or I'm saying that even if it's different, just respect each other. Oh my God, Judy, you sound like a very nice person. You sound like someone who actually believes in love, and that is great. That is great. In a perfect world where people can respect each other's differences, that is most definitely the key to a happy relationship. If you can understand that my man is different from me and I'm different from him, and as long as we're willing to accept our differences, we can make this work. That is the key to a happy relationship. But is that what is happening these days? Is very difficult. You have some men that want that woman to, accept their own religion or accept their own belief system, and you have some women also that say, I'm not going to be with any man that is not willing to be a Christian or be a Muslim or do things according to what I believe to be true. So yeah, but in the perfect world, everything you've outlined here is true. Respect is key. I've always said that, and you mentioned that also. It's not about being right; it's about being happy. And sometimes religion and our own personal belief tend to interfere in our relationships. So, yep. Even if it's different, just respect it. That's true. And again, as I'm saying, another question that I ask is privacy. Privacy. Oh, Mr. Mohamed Kalon, how are you? Thank you for joining. Thank you very much for joining, Mr. Kalon. Um, Privacy. What do you guys think about privacy in a relationship? And by the way, I'm not done. If you still have your answer that you're typing, I'll wait for you and I'll address it. But let's just address this other question. When it comes to privacy in relationship, what do you think? Do you think that women need to stay away from a man's phone? Because it's crazy. I've always seen that women, or most women, don't have a problem with a man touching their phone. But when it comes to a woman trying to touch a man's phone, then it becomes problematic. So what do you guys think about that? I'm just gonna give you a few seconds to type in your thoughts while I wait. So, what do you think? I remember I made a video where I was talking about there should be some level of privacy in a relationship, and some guy some guy went off of me, and I don't know, he was saying that there should be no privacy. I was trying to explain my point, but everybody has their own opinion. So Mr. Calon says, I think, in my opinion, everyone needs to stay away from each other's phone. Really? Why is that, Mr. Calon? You can't just say something without giving a reason. I know it's your opinion, but um, from experience, why do you think a woman needs to stay away from a man's phone? Why is that? I'm waiting for you, Mr. Calon. And then, oh, Judy just wrote, a relationship should be private but not secret. Some things you can share with your partner, but not everything. Some information should be left for your mentor slash coach. As for the phone, just let it be. Fascinating. Fascinating. Okay. 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 That's interesting. But I want you to be honest with me, Judy. Why should you let the phone be? Is there a reason why? Do you think that by letting the phone be, you can be happier? Do you think that it is just a way of not invading your partner's privacy? Is that it? Yeah, as I was saying, Judith. So why do you think that? Do you think you should just let the phone be? There must be a reason, and I want you to be honest with me or with us in this case. Why should you avoid your partner's phone? Is it a sign of respect also? Doesn't mean that you value their privacy, or are you accepting the premise that there should be some level of privacy in a relationship? uh and Mr. Carlo is saying what? Privacy needs to be I'm sorry, Carlo. Privacy needs to be privacy. Okay. All right. I'm saying that you're talking about privacy needs to be private, but why? If you love someone, um all right. So Mr. Carlo, does that mean that you're not going to touch your woman's phone and she should not touch your phone, and that's just the end of it? Is that what you're trying to say, Mr. Kala? Or is there a reason why you think that women should stay away from men's phone? Why? What does it mean when you say privacy needs to be privacy? What does that mean? All right, let me come to Miss Green. Miss Green says, if we become one, then there's no need. Okay, if we become one, I think the typo, then no private, excuse me, we need trust, will not touch your phone. Huh. We need trust, okay? Will not touch your phone. All right. So, Miss Green, are you saying that when you trust your partner, you're not going to touch his phone? Is that what you mean? And are you also saying that if you two are in a relationship, which means that you're not functioning as one unit, and there should be trust that you're not going to touch the person's phone, uh, because your response is not very much specific. So, what are you trying to say? Is it that trust, which means that there should be no privacy, or trust that your partner should know that you're not going to touch their phone? Is that what you're trying to say? Please let me know. And also, Judy responded by saying, just let him have his privacy as long as he's aware that his actions can affect us. Wow, I agree. I agree with you. Wow, this is amazing. So you are willing to trust your man, knowing that, or at least helping him to realize that whatever action or whatever thing that he does out there is going to affect the relationship. If he doesn't behave himself there, is going to affect the relationship. Interesting. But what about, and this question is for you, Judy. So, would you allow your man to touch your phone? If you are willing to give him his privacy, do you expect that he gives you your own privacy, or are you okay with the fact that he can touch your phone? You said exactly. Okay. So, what do you think? Do you think that you as a woman, even though you're willing to give him his privacy, do you think that he should also give you your privacy? Yes, he can touch my. Interesting. So this is interesting, right, Judy? Why do you think it's okay that you cannot touch his phone, but he can touch yours? What's the reason why? And of course, Judith is back. And I'm very sorry, guys, if I mispronounce your names. Please, I apologize. With time, I'm sure I'll get them right. Judith is saying privacy must be respected for peace to reign. I've seen many broken homes because of a woman touching a man's phone. Hmm. So this begs the question: is touching a man's phone a taboo? So that means I've also seen women having heart attacks, crying, women in pain whenever they touch a man's phone. But I've never heard, or I've never seen. I don't know if I'm sure it's possible that a man touching a woman's phone leads to as much pain. Mr. Calon, what do you think? Do you think that a man should touch his woman's phone? Interesting. So, Judith, I'm going to ask you this. Just as I asked Judy, is it okay for a man to touch your phone, or will you respect the fact that if you don't touch his phone, he should not touch yours? Please let me know. Okay, so Judy's back. Judy Ann. So exactly, yes, he can touch mine. I can touch his phones too, but um, what is this? I'm not into that. Okay, I understand. I understand. I understand. Some people are just secure in their own way. And it seems like you are a very secure person, which means it doesn't really matter if he wants to touch your phone, he can go ahead. And then if he doesn't want you to touch his phone, you don't care about that, provided he knows that what he's doing is going to affect your relationship. So interesting. Interesting. All right. Oh, Miss Green, I'm seeing. So, Miss Green say, what you don't know won't hurt you. If we have to be playing hide and seek anything, he wants to know. I told you that how I grew. Honest, I'm from the old school. And I can respect that, Miss Gray. Yeah, I can. Actually, there is really no wrong or right answer here. It's just about what you believe and what you accept. Um, that's what I think it is. If you feel like, you know, privacy is not necessary, then that's what you believe in. I can't really fault anybody for that. So, yeah, I understand. Some people, like Miss Green said, from the old school is different. They have a different way of looking at things. And someone like Judith also look at things differently, which is to say, um, you trust the person provided that um, he know how his actions going to affect you. So yeah, that is something I can understand. I definitely can understand that. Um, I don't know if we're still on this subject, but I have one more question to ask, and then I'll try and wrap this up. This has been an interesting eye opener. So let me just grab the next question very quickly. Okay, so I want to know, and I want you to tell me what is the reason. What is the I don't know. It could be reasons or even just one reason that a woman would give up on the man she loves? What is the reason or reasons that a woman would give up on the man she loves? Let me know. This is going to be the very last question that I have for you guys today. What is the reason, or what are the reasons that a woman would give up on the man that she loves? And eventually that will lead to the end of the relationship. All right. So while you're thinking about that, let me read what Mr. Calon just wrote. Because in relationships, some certain things or information that you should not reveal to your woman because women are insecure. They might change your plan in a second. Wow. Mr. Calon, do you actually believe that all women are insecure? Or are you saying that the only way you can reveal information to a woman is knowing that she's secure and knowing that she's not going to affect your plan? Or are you also saying that due to the fact that a lot of women are insecure, it becomes very much important as a man that you keep certain things privately because a woman might change your plan, she might interrupt your plan, she might mess up your plan? Is that what you're trying to say, Mr. Calon? Please let me know. And Miss Green is back. Are you talking about? Are you talking about trust? I have no reason to touch his phone. Okay, okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's basically what I'm talking about. But trust, yeah. Um, some women, I've seen that even in my own personal relationship, and when it comes to relationship with other people, I've seen um some women just feel the need to know what is in your phone. And I've always said that, or I've always believed that if you want to know what is in a man's phone, just ask him, because, and I'm going to make a video about this. I'm going to talk about how technology has changed things. So if somebody wants to hide something in their phone, they're going to hide it and you cannot find it, especially a man. But I don't know, the sneaking around when women, wait until men are sleeping, try to use a thumbprint to unlock his phone, or in some miraculous way, they can just look at a man and see how he's typing and then figure out that password and then wait when he's sleeping and then get into the phone. You know, I don't know. Some women just do those things. I'm basically trying to say that if you trust your man, is it important to go into his phone and start searching his phone without his consent? That's what I'm trying to say. All right. So again, the last question that I asked before we come to an end was, what is the reason, or what are the reasons that a woman would give up on a man that she loves? All right. He falls in love with someone else, stops taking care of the one he is with when the man becomes cruel and unkind. Wow. All right. So let me ask you a question, Judy, right? Um, if you love a man and he falls in love with someone else, but you love him, would you fight for him? And then, secondly, if a man stopped taking care of you, no, hang on a second, I think we won't add. Okay. So, as I was saying, Judith, if you love a man and he falls in love with another woman, would you fight for that love? Would you fight for that man? That is one. And then, two, you say when he stops taking care of the one he is with, um, taking care could mean a lot of things. So I'm just going to leave that one. And then thirdly, you say when the man becomes cruel and unkind. Interesting. 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 But that just lead another, series of questions in my head, because if a man stop being kind to the woman that he loves, then that could mean one or two things. Either he holds a grudge, or he has fallen out of love with her, or but sometimes even when a man is out of love, he's still gonna be kind to you. So you are saying, in your opinion, if a man does these three things, then you're gonna give up on him. Is that what you're saying? Isn't it enough for you to fight for him? Would you ever fight for the man that you love? Fascinating. Okay. All right. Remember, I said the question is, what is the reason, or what are the reasons you will give up on a man that you love? So, what if this man has not given up on you? What if um the phone I have nothing is letting him go because you can't force anything? All right. So let me understand this, Judy. Right? Are you saying that if a man does not reciprocate your love and that you will let him go? Is that what you mean? And then about the phone, I have nothing to hide. Of course, Miss Green, you already said that you're from the old school, so you do things differently. So that is something I can appreciate. And thank you for sharing that with me, or for sharing that with us. You know the expression, Judy, where to say if you love someone or something, just let it go. If it's yours, it will come back. Yeah. But I'm saying that if you are in a relationship, and because it's kind of tricky, right? There are times where you can feel within you that this man that you love is no longer with you, or the emotional bond or connection is dying. There are also times where, I don't know if you've ever encountered some men that are so good, they are master players to the point that you wouldn't know a thing. I'm just saying that if you were to sit down and ask yourself your question, and ask yourself this question: what is it that a man would do that would cause me to give up on him? It doesn't matter how much I love him. What is the one thing that he would do that would cause me to give up on him? I'm not saying that he is giving up on me, but I'm saying I would give up on him, and the love that I have for him would be dead, would be gone. That's what I want to know. Okay, interesting. Thank you. Now this is clear. This is clear. This was the clarity I was looking for. If a man is no longer kind to you and he mistreats you, then you have a reason to give up on the love. I understand that. I understand. And that is, yeah, that is a very valid reason. I just needed to know. Okay. Um, I don't know. I'm gonna wait for few, I guess, maybe 30 seconds to a minute to see if anybody has any other thing to say. I think I'm about to wrap this up. And then again, some of you have already told me that this is a great idea. Um, I want to know again if this is something that you guys would enjoy, if this is something that you guys prefer that we do maybe once or twice in the week. Please leave your suggestion below. How many times do you want us to be talking? Just let me know. I'll try to make out time. I think Sunday is a great day, because right after service I don't have much to do. So Sunday could be a great day. Just let me know. What else again? Mm, All right. Okay. So, are there any more responses? Talking at least once a week. That will work. That will work for me. I think once a week would work. Um, yeah. So at least what I would do, and what would you say? Do you guys think that Sunday is perfect? Okay, okay. So Miss Green is saying that anybody that is a cheater or a liar, that's a turn off for her. She can't deal with that. That is an excellent reason. Also, that is an excellent reason. So yeah, I agree with that. So Sunday, Judy saying Sunday, that's great. I think that worked for me because I don't have much to do on Sunday, so we can do live chat like this. If for any reason I'm unable to, excuse me, guys, able to make, I'm going to let you guys know, and then also I'll post on the community tab, so be checking that the time that we're going to be going live. So yeah, we can do this on Sunday and we can just talk about things because sometimes when I make videos, um it doesn't give me the opportunity to interact with you guys like the way I'm doing in the comment section, and I love that. I think this is a great idea, and as much as I want to share my own experience with you guys, sometimes I need to learn from you because that's how we grow as human beings. And it's just beautiful to just hear your own point of view and get to know how you think, how you look at things, So, as I'm wrapping up, I just want to say thank you all for taking your precious time to come here so we can get to know each other and talk more. So, everyone that participated from, let me see, Busiku, again, if I mispronounce your name, I'm sorry. Um, Judith Dot. Is that how you say your name, Judith? Let me know, please. Is it Judith Dot? Doh? Judith. Um, and Miss Samela E. John was on here, and hopefully she's still watching, and hopefully Busiku and whoever is still watching. And then, of course, Judy Ann. Thank you so much for being very interactive. Thank you for answering and participating. I appreciate that. Very quickly, if you're still here, just let me know where you're communicating from, the country and what time. Well, the country mostly. Just let me know, and I just want to get to know you guys. I would appreciate that. So please put that in the comment section. And then Miss Green, thank you so much. I appreciate your unique stance and your point of view. It is okay. That is the main reason why I want to get involved in dialogues like this, where we can present opposite points of views and sides, and then we can talk about that. Who else again? And I think Mr. Calon. We have one guy here. Thank you so much, Mr. Calon. I appreciate you being here. Uh, Okay. Oh, Judy's from Kenya. Thank you so much, Judy. I appreciate that. Fun fact, Judy, I used to work with a lady. That was my, I think, back in 2021, Barbara. She was a very lovely lady, and I also had a boss, Elizabeth, from I think 2018 to 2020, no, 2019 to 2021. Elizabeth, she was also a very lovely lady. I've actually met some Kenyan. I've worked with a couple of Kenyans, Jason, and they were all great people. So thank you so much. I appreciate you. Um, I am trying to sign off. I just want to give, let's say, the next couple of minutes to see if you guys have more things you want to say, and then yes, really, 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 I'm glad you appreciate me. I appreciate everything, every contribution. Yeah, I've worked with some people. Barbara was a nice lady. We're always arguing with Android and Samsung. I told her that what was that? I think she was talking about MacBook, And I was like, MacBook is fine, but Windows is amazing. But that was just to just argue with her, and just mess with her. That's all. Yeah, but Barbara was a very smart lady, and my boss, and also they're all great. They're great people. Um, so yeah, again, let me see. Is Let's wrap things up in the next 5 minutes. If you know you guys have any other question, are you on Instagram? Yes, I don't spend a lot of time on Instagram these days. But let me see. Give me a second, right? I know I'm there, but I don't. My page is or my Instagram is a little bit boring. Let me see. So yes, I guess I'm on Instagram, but there isn't much going on. I don't know if you can see. Um, so right about, I'm gonna see. Yeah, I'll just type it. If you go and look for at Emmanuel Smart, you should find me, and then just drop your handle as well. I'll check you guys out. Um, yeah, so you can find me on I guess Instagram, Facebook, everywhere. You just look for Emmanuel Smart. I don't change my name, so this is what I go with. And then I also have a couple of other channels where I do different things. Uh, Judith, okay, got you. I'll check you out. Um, there's the Smart Present if you're interested in that also. Let me just type that out very quickly. You can check that out. And I forgot to mention something in my intro. I'm also an actor where I do some acting, but we'll talk about that in some other time. I just want to know any last thing from anybody. We've been here for an hour and 26 minutes. I'm going to run it up to 1 hour 30 minutes. Is there any other thing that you want to add? You want to contribute? Um, Let me know before I sign off of this live chat. And as I wait, I also want to say if there's something that you want us to talk about, prepare your notes, your question for next time, because I know today was kind of impromptu and I didn't give anybody the chance to plan things out. So if you want us to discuss about something, you can also drop it in the comment section or just have your notes, and I'll also prepare next time because this was just supposed to be a very simple getting to know you guys and you getting to know me as well. So if there's something you, like I said, write it down and we can talk about that. I want us to be able to talk about everything. Honestly, guys, I want us to create a community where we can just be honest with ourselves and just share our stories and be completely honest. um, I've had the opportunity to witness a lot of things in my life, and I've been in some very awful relationships that taught me some some great lessons, and then I've been in some amazing ones. So I just want to share that with you guys, and I want to hear from your story. And I really appreciate Miss Green, who has a very unique perspective, and Judith, thank you so much. um you're awesome. You're you sound like a very intelligent woman, and I love your perspective. And every other person that was with me today, you guys are amazing, and it is great just learning from you and talking to you. Um, Miss Peggy Green, is that how you say your name, Miss Peggy Green? Thank you very much. Yes, you're amazing. Thank you so much. I want you to know that you're more than welcome to share your opinion here. Um, this is a judgment free zone. I don't judge anybody. I just learn from you because I know that whatever you're talking about, provided that you're being honest, is coming from your own personal experience. So I appreciate that. Judith Doe. Is that a right name, Judith? Uh, uh, oh, Jamaica. That's great. Now, if I say this, you think I'm kidding, but one of my best friends in the US here is actually a Jamaican lady. Her name is Lasan Burnett. And she teaches me the, what do you call it? The Jamaican uh, patois. Is it patois? Yeah, she teaches me that. I don't know, wagwan and some other things. I'm sorry, but she's an amazing lady. So hopefully, with time, I'll be able to get more people here, and we can have discussions that will be insightful. You know. Okay. So Judith, where are you from? You said Cameroon. Yeah, I remember Cameroon. Yeah. So I remember that. Yeah. Okay. If any other person's there, I am going to sign off right now. Is there any other person before I sign off? I don't want to be rude, or I don't want to not give you all the opportunity to talk about or say what you want to say. I think, like I said, it's an hour and 30 minutes, and this was very much a pleasure for me. So thank you, Judith. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Keep, I don't know, keep your eyes on the community tab. I'm going to be talking, I'm going to be communicating with you guys, and we're going to meet again next week, Sunday. Hopefully, you guys can join. I'll have something better prepared for you guys, and we'll have another insightful video. So, thank you. I appreciate you all. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I wish you nothing but a beautiful week ahead. Thank you. Bye, guys.